Okay, guys, so let's talk about now the difference between simple and complex carbohydrates. So, simple and complex carbohydrates have to deal with the way or how fast it races or they raise your blood sugar. Okay, we all have two different thresholds, and depending on who you are, no one body is the same. You will have what's called a hyperglycemic state and a hypoglycemic state, meaning that if your blood sugar gets too low, it signals your body to get hungry and eat carbohydrates because your brain needs them. Okay. If your blood sugar goes above a certain threshold, once again, everybody's different, so there's no specific number for one person, right? Then you can cause what's called hyperglycemia. Now, both these states, hyperglycemia and hypoglycemia, are not good for you. Your body does not like that. So it will trigger different hormones. It will trigger different things so that you can accommodate and fix it, right? So, for example, if your blood sugar gets low, your body gets a cue for hunger and for you to eat carbohydrates that will raise your blood sugar, okay? Now, let's talk about simple carbohydrates and complex and what foods fall into this category. So, simple carbohydrates raise your blood sugar faster than complex carbohydrates, okay? Simple carbohydrates will, when we're talking about whole foods, okay, we're talking about your fruits. A few vegetables do fall into this category, such as the starchy part of the potato and carrots, and some of them like that. Now, the purpose of this is because your brain needs glucose, and glucose comes from carbohydrates. This is why the primary form of fuel for the human body are carbohydrates. Okay, they are not bad. As a matter of fact, they are essential and you need them. Quick tip: your brain, the adult human brain, needs about 130 grams per day. So yeah, be careful with what you're listening and what you're reading. Make sure it's based on evidence and it's based on science, because the human body still works the same way now as it did 2,000 years ago or however long, right? Anyways, okay, so let's get back to it. Now, the complex carbohydrates don't raise your blood sugar as fast, okay? Your complex carbohydrates are going to be your vegetables. Now, there are some vegetables, like I said, they raise your blood sugar a little bit faster, like carrots and the starchy part of the potato. Now, if you're a regular individual and do not have any type of disease like diabetes, you don't have to worry about this, because the fiber in the vegetables will accommodate for this rising of the sugar, right? Now, the complex carbohydrates also include your non-refined grains such as brown rice, quinoa. You've got your different kinds of corn. From the legumes section, you have your beans, pinto beans, any kind of bean, garbanzo beans, hominy, which is what pozole is made out of. As you can tell, I like pozole. I talk about it a lot. So make sure that you need both, okay? You need to consume both simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates. They serve a different purpose and they're super yummy. A lot of people used to think that when you ate simple carbohydrates, your blood sugar would spike so fast that it would trigger the what's called the formation or the filling up of your fat cells. Now, part of that is true, but I don't want you to get freaked out. For example, for some reason, bananas get a super bad rep, and I eat bananas good times numbers per week, and I'm going to be eating them as I lose fat, right? So they are definitely not the devil. Okay, they're super good for you. They're rich in a lot of nutrients that our body needs, especially if you're playing sports or you're very active in the gym. So make sure that you do eat them. Now, the simple carbohydrates can also include things such as white rice, cane sugar, candy, all those things, but I cover mainly the whole food forms, right? So for example, pasta. Pasta could be both a simple and a complex. Let me give you an example. A simple form of pasta would be things like white pasta, right? Now, a complex carbohydrate would be such as a whole wheat pasta or a pasta made out of lentils or beans. They're becoming very popular nowadays. So make sure that you eat a combination of both because you need them. Oftentimes, there is a way to kind of slow down that spike if you are eating a simple carbohydrate, such as pairing it with either a protein or a fat. So for example, let's say I want to have a banana before my workout and I want to have awesome energy, but I don't want to feel too full in my stomach, right? So a banana with peanut butter would be great. A banana is a simple carbohydrate, it's a fruit, and the peanut butter is a fat. So it does have a little bit of protein, not a lot, it's mostly fat. But yeah, this is a great snack. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll be covering more videos about what proteins are and all different kinds of questions that you guys have and you guys have been sending me. Thank you so much once again. So if you guys have any questions, don't feel afraid to reach out. I am here to help, and thank you guys for listening. Have a good one.